All right, so let's clean up this mess a little bit. I got this side done. Had to run to Home Depot, get some stainless steel. I'm surprised they had some stainless parts that I needed. You know, one of the common problems with the exhausts or doing any kind of modification is that these parts, these clamps are extremely necessary, but there's I'll show you on this one. There's a threaded, stamped and welded little tacked threaded insert, and then you put the screw in, and they always break. And so then what I did is cut it off, and so I cut that piece off, shaved it down, and so that way I can put it, you know, directly on and just put a bolt through it, tack it down. Somebody mentioned I should do that a long time ago in one of my first videos, so that ought to be really helpful. Where was I in the story? So I got the car locked up, I got the financing secured. I'm getting $120 for this car. I'm paying $10K over, so I'm paying $220 for a $210 sticker car. I don't know how this happened, but you know, I think for me it's worth it. But whatever. I don't really want to have a philosophical debate on it, but I'm a little disappointed in myself. But whatever. It's a fantastic car. And yeah, is it time for dinner? Yeah. Come. You gonna take me to dinner? Yep. Okay, let's go eat dinner. Don't mess with that. All right, I'll be back. All right, so let's get rolling on getting this header out. So I'll break these header bolts loose with the impact. Oh shoot, there it is. But I won't torque them with the impact. Oh gosh, I need a lift. I'm going. It's getting close, I'm telling you. I'll be putting it in at OGHQ here in the next couple months. I contacted them as I thought the deal was dead because the financing was terrible, or the lease was terrible. I'm like, well, maybe this is a sign that I shouldn't be messing with this. And I get a bad feeling about the whole thing, thinking, well, shoot, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I should just be happy with what I got. But then later that night I shot Mac at the dealership that I'm dealing with at King's Auto Mall in Cincinnati, and I said, hey, what about me trading my car? And he says, what would you want? And I said, I don't know what it's worth. And he said, I don't think he responded, and then because I think my email went to junk mail or something, and so then I said, I woke up in the morning and said, here's what I'd like. Give me $120 for my car, $10K over, and we'll be good to go. And so then I decided to finance it. Traditional financing. Got all my particulars in. Was approved in 3 minutes. And so now we're trading my GT3, hence me doing this. I gotta get one of those little magnetic trays. So here's what the plan is now. So, putting the car back to stock as much as I can. I'm gonna leave the stereo in it, but the exhaust is obviously coming off. Luckily these headers aren't all that heavy. Okay, it's on. Just get a couple of these in place. Hold it with the gasket in place. Anyway, I've been torn on what I was gonna do as far as going up there, how I was going to do that. What dawned on me while I'm thinking about trading the car was that, oh shoot, Cincinnati is only like an hour from Columbus. And guess who's in Columbus? Esoteric. I was sitting there thinking about how am I going to get the car clear wrapped? What am I going to do? How am I going to do that? Can I convince Dan Roth to come down and do the car here? You know, what's the process going to be? Because I've decided the RS, after, you know, going to the mountains two or three times a year, the amount of rocks is insane. Just for the peace of mind of it, I'm going to wrap the car. And if I'm going to wrap it, I want to do it right. And so why not have the best do it? And so what I'm going to do is this car is getting shipped. It'll be shipped out Tuesday, so hopefully it'll be there. It'll be there by Thursday or Friday. I'm using Exotic Car Carriers, the same company I used. They're based out of Orlando. It's the same company that I used to get the S2000, the silver S2000 here. So they're coming to get this car, is why I've been rushing to get this done here today. The only issue is I'd forgotten about some little quirks about doing this thing. Having to tap out those, you know, those clamps that go around the header here. But anyway, I got it all worked out. I'm just plugging away. And so the plan is I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna fly in next Monday to Cincinnati, go to the dealership, complete all the paperwork, and then drive over to Esoteric and get it dialed. Definitely gonna have to wash this thing. I don't even think I drove in the rain, so I don't know how it got so darn dirty. I never even drove in the rain. Like, I washed it earlier in the week, or last weekend, and I never drove in the rain. It's so dirty. I think it's like the residual, because the mouth, it's amazing how, I gotta keep my mouth shut, it's amazing how quick, how this thing goes back together so well.
You'd think for an over-engineered German car it would be...
Not like the S2000 headlights?
Oh my gosh, that car, you take anything apart and it's freaking broken. You know, the lesson learned is that I don't think I can go backwards. I just can't do it.
Oh, what? So like, reliving your childhood?
Yeah, it sucks. It was great.
It was, yeah, but it was, as you say, it was great.
I mean, it still is good, but...
Yeah, but it's old technology, so now you're used to new tech. It's like going from a new iPhone to an iPhone 3, or an iPhone.
Right. The iPhone, yeah, the iPhone 4 was great at the time. Yeah, but I mean, I'm such an analog guy, at least I thought I was. But what I want is I want analog with the latest tech. That's why I wonder the Raptor, if I'm going to like that, the new one. I know it's going to sound like crap.
You can't just test drive one?
Yeah, I never do that. It doesn't matter if I test drive it, you know.
Well, at least you know you won't like it before you spend the money.
Yeah, but it won't. I've convinced myself that I want it, so it doesn't matter, you know. Because I won't see it. I'm blind to it.
I've always been partial to forced induction, so I'm excited that they went with Ego Boost for the Raptor. I'll agree with you, it doesn't sound as good as a V8, and it's kind of an unexpected sound.
But it'll tow more.
Huh?
It'll tow more, because that V6 EcoBoost out-tows the 6.2 V8. That's the reason why I got that, to tow the...
I guess we're so conditioned to...
engine shows being able to pull.
Well, yeah, just hearing a V8 on a truck as opposed to hearing a V6 on, like, you know, such a premium or well-known truck. And so, you know, you see the big bulging fender flares, you see the giant tires with massive sidewalls, and you hear, yeah.
Sissy little farts coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just wanted to try it out. I would suspect that I wouldn't use it forever. I'm actually going to be transitioning to coding here. finally found something that makes sense, the kamikaze stuff. Doing great. Single time, if you guys weren't here, I'd still be, you know, I'd still be on the exhaust.
I don't know about, I don't know how much I've helped. I'm not going to take too much credit. I was defeated by a mount on a rearview mirror, so.
Under and then inside.
They're all screaming about him sitting the bump on the floor.
I know.
Yeah, getting all bent out of shape.
It's plastic. On the bottom, they saw how, I mean, all it does is get pounded by rock.
Road debris, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you want some help doing this? Want me to put the camera down or keep rolling?
no, this is actually really easy.
I will keep.
I always forget this and I have to take it all back apart.
You ever edited 4K footage before, bro?
I don't know. I just have a massive amount of storage to keep it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what's that average movie is going to be, what, 40 gigs?
Thereabouts.
You know, 50-minute video is going to be 40 or 50 gigs.
At least, yeah. Well, before I leave, I'll dump all this footage on any hard drive or anything you have. Can't guarantee the audio is going to be super great, but...
So this has got to be maybe number... It's probably the 9th time I've had this bumper off. 8th or 9th time.
Really?
Yeah, because some of the exhaust variants I tried, you don't have to take it off. Shark Roach, GMG. So, what do you do? So at Injuku with media, and how do you just whatever cars they're working on or whatever's going on? I mean,
Yep. Do all the video for Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Do all the graphic design for the website, product photos. Yeah, just any and all basically digital media that they need in-house.
So who started it?
It's a guy named Ken Harrison.
So what, did he just started selling car parts in his house or something? I mean, what's the story?
I don't know the full story, to be honest. I don't know the whole thing. I grew up in Claremont, and you know, since the early 2000s, it's always just been there. It's always just been a thing. Had a couple of buddies that worked there, you know, off and on.
I never heard of it until I met Adam.
Oh yeah, they are mostly S and Z chassis Nissans.
Yeah.
But
AKA junk. Cut that out.
I'll be honest, I've never really been a huge, 240 guy or 350 or 370Z guy, but the stuff that they do to these cars, they do V8 swaps for the, pro drift circuit. They know their stuff, and they do in-house engineering and that sort of thing, so they got their act together. They've been doing it for a while, so they know their way around these cars.
See, look at that, man. It lines right up. It's so easy. I'm telling you, S2000, we'd be here all night.
You know why? Because you got $100,000 in build price difference.
And it's 52 years old. 911 is 50, 51, 52.
Yeah, but it's just the quality of materials, the money that went into designing it.
Well, BMW is expensive, and they don't go back together very well.
Yeah, that's why I haven't tried anything with my Mini Cooper.
See, that's why I've been so fortunate, is that I guess I kind of get lumped in with the car vloggers and the car spotters and the car people, that there's nothing else, you know, maybe forensic detailing channel. It's like I have such a unique, it's also by design, it's just me.
That's how I think I found you, because I think YouTube sort of put you in with that, and that's how I first found watching your videos.
Yeah.
I found you through Adam's videos.
Yeah. And that's what people get so bent out of shape about, you know, me doing stuff with Adam and the goofballs, and, you know, there's some young idiots that come with that, but then they go away. You know, they go away pretty quickly.
I really enjoy Adam's content because he's usually just like super positive and just, you know, he's a level-headed guy. We had a meeting with him when we were talking about building his S15, and I'm just like, all right, yeah.
Is he really 22 years old, right?
Right, yeah.
All right, man. It feels good now that the guys came by and helped me out here, helped me finish this. But man, every time I do all these modifications, I'm always wondering to myself, what was I thinking? You know, and especially when the car didn't start right away, and so I had to, you know, just sort of reset the ECU and you know, unplug it, replug it, and then now we're good. But when you turn the key and you hear the starter, but nothing's happened, it doesn't turn over, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it just stresses me out to the max. This is also part of the reason why I need to slow my roll a little bit on how many cars I have, and at least I'll just be. Anyway, I'm going to stop justifying it. It's just what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to feel more comfortable having a couple of cars to care for, and I guess maybe it's only going to be one car less if I end up keeping the S2000. But anyway, yeah, thanks everybody for being a part of this car. You know, I'm really sad to see it go. You know, this was the car that started this whole thing. You know, I started the videos making Carrera S, but the community really started, I think, largely because this car, you know, this car united the whole message, the whole thing that I was doing, you know, starting to just get out of my head what's in it on video, in blog or journal format, and it, you know, it's freaking awesome. I love this thing. I hope I don't regret. I don't think I will. I'm usually pretty good with sunk costs. You know, once I decide to move on, I just move on. You know, people always ask me, do you wish you had your E92 M3 that you got rid of? I'm like, no, if I really wanted one, I could just get another one. But you know, I haven't had a car that, you know, that's like, oh my gosh, it got away, I can never get it again. I don't really have that nostalgia, because again, I don't think the obsession is the car. The obsession is all the stuff that goes with it, you know, that comes with it, you know, the garage and all the parts that go together. So anyway, stock exhaust is back on the car. You know, I really think, you know, if you're out searching for a 991 GT3, you know, especially if you're looking for something to hit the track. You know, when I see this car, I see the mountains and I see some of the little rock areas, but then if I stand back and look at this from a vantage point of a regular person, you know, someone who isn't obsessed with every square inch of the paint, I mean, this thing's really good. I mean, it's a good 9.5 out of 10. And you know, if you really cared, you could probably touch up some of the little rock chips, but there are no major chips. They're more just kind of a patina to the front bumper from, you know, just from getting pelted with rocks in the mountains. And that's the main reason why I'm going to wrap the new car. I think I'll just feel more comfortable. And when I say wrap, I mean clear film. So we're going to do either SunTech, what's it called, SunTech Extreme Pro or something like that, or Steck. I'm going to take a look at both films, and we're going to make a decision on which one to do, you know, when I get to esoteric. But, you know, I am really excited for where this life that I live is heading. I'm going to have the ultimate car I like to think that I'm going to slow down a little bit on car changes, but we all know that's probably not true. And you know, it's okay if it is. I think it's okay if it isn't. I'm not really dug in on any decision. Notice I very rarely have or feel the need to justify, you know, what I'm doing or fight back. You know, I just don't have a strong. My self-worth isn't attached to the decisions that I make. You know, I'm okay admitting when I've screwed up or admitting when I just like something different. And that's part of that is being a grown-up. But you know, as you get older. But anyway, I'm excited for what's ahead. Man, my hands hurt. No blood hands. Oh, well, maybe a little bit of blood hand, but not really. Yeah, I guess there. But I'm really excited. I mean, there's so much stuff that I'm able to now do that I've always dreamed of doing, and I think it's only going to get bigger and better. The key for me is going to be choosing what makes sense, choosing what fits, and not chasing too much. Because if I chase too much, just like I was doing with this, you know, I was planning on doing this whole epic run through, you know, I was going to put the car in my trailer and truck and drive to Cincinnati, which I would absolutely hate doing, and get my new car, and trailer that to Esoteric and stay there, and then try to work on, you know, my businesses, you know, specifically wealth management, be available to clients on the road, do a lot of conference calls, which I do anyway, or a lot of go-to meetings, you know, remote calls. And then I was going to try to go, you know, hang out with Troy and Shane Weldon and In Shane Designs in Pennsylvania, and then go to my dad's and work on the inventory, and then go to Boston and do the stereo, and then come down and stop at maybe Larry Cosilla's and check out his garage and maybe teach him how to use the pressure washer that I sent, and then come all the way back home. But I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning. I wrote this whole elaborate plan down. I was going to try to have Jamie from Dundon fly out to do the exhaust real quickly and do all this insane stuff. But then I realized I don't really want to do that. Why am I doing that? That's so contrived. You know, I'm fighting myself. I'm going to be miserable doing that. And so I took 10 steps back and said, look, what do I really want to do? You know, I really don't want to drive the car up myself. It'll stress me out. So I'm going to ship it. It cost me $1,030 to ship the thing. You know, we're talking about a $200,000 transaction, so $1,000 isn't going to make or break anybody. So send it, and it probably cost me $500 to drive and then wear and tear on my truck and trailer. So it probably cost me more than that to drive it up there myself. And then the time, you know, the time that I'd be wasting doing that. So, you know, I'm going to ship the car up there. I'm going to ship this car up there. I'm going to go meet the car up there, pick up my new one, then go to Esoteric, spend 4 or 5 days there, enjoying the process, and then flying home, and then waiting on my new RS, and then sharing with, you know, with whoever wants to watch, sharing what goes on with that car. So anyway, thanks for watching this stuff. There's a lot of crazy stuff I got planned. Just you know, again, product focused. I'm gonna end up playing with that bend pack. What is that thing called? The quick jack. I'm gonna play with that. I got the S2000 to do, so I'm gonna put the wheels and brakes on that. Try to get the suspension dialed in, get that car finalized, and then make a decision. I don't even really have to make a decision. Just, you know, do whatever I do. I don't know. We'll see if I keep it or get rid of it, or keep it for a while and get rid of it, keep it forever, get rid of it. I don't know. We'll see. I may have to do something with the exhaust as well to get that dialed in. But I don't know. I find myself not looking forward to it, and I thought I would. I thought I would. You know, it's like I was chasing all these cool stuff, all these cool products that I've always wanted, and now I have them. And it's like, now what? You know. Maybe I'm learning that all this stuff is just fleeting. I don't know. Maybe it's not what it's all about. I don't even need to say maybe. I know that. So I'm going to be working on all the S2000 stuff. So that'll be back in play here. Again, I was planning to do Miyabi code on this, but we're going to do that on the GT3 RS. So you guys are going to get my first foray into the latest technology in clear film. I'm going to do clear film and coat the RS. I might even do Clearplex on the front windshield. So this is going to get crazy. You know, I'm going to be making lots of changes, and if it's better, it's better. If it's not, I'll go back to what I've been doing. I suspect it's time. I suspect the technology is now there, and the products. There are certain products that are going to be good enough for me to use it. So anyway, thanks for watching this stuff. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for allowing me to share my blue GT3 with you. And I guess we can all say goodbye to it and thank it for the the memories that it's given me, and if hopefully the next car will do the same. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more crazy. All right, so the GT3 is leaving. Just did an inspection for the car carrier, so it's kind of drizzling out here, so I was waiting for him to get it all set up. But sad day. See the GT3 go. Trailer's going in. So what will happen is it'll go to Orlando, to the distribution center where Exotic Car Transport is, and then they'll dispatch it up to Ohio. And so what I'll do is probably call them tomorrow morning and then check on the status and then book my trip up to Cincinnati and get the car ready to go. It sounds so weird not having headers on it. The headers inside my foot delete. Gosh, that's super easy. Straight back. Good. You good? I don't make it a whole lot of room for you guys to do this crap.
No.
What do you do when you have a gosh darn Aventador to try to get it in here?
Actually, the Aventadors aren't that bad. I loaded one of those yesterday.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually half bad.
It's funny how these are automatics, but they lurch crazy. Like it's it'd be easier if you had a clutch.
Yeah. And the thing is like with this trailer, because it's got the fenders on the inside.
Yeah.
And it takes 16 inches away from the side. So.
Right. Yeah, we're a little closer over there. Now they only fit one car in this thing?
Yeah, on this one, but the truck fits one too.
Okay. So there it is. GT3. I guess I'll see it one more time in Ohio, but it's out of here. Hopefully it gets there in one piece. What happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor, foot to the floor.